Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Nav, founder of Nav's Naturals here in Vancouver. And today I have Jaisri ji with us again in our Ayurvedic series that we are doing. And hello, namaste, Jaisri ji.
Namaste, Nav. So nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, my great delight.
So, question for today, I would like to know, there are so many new diets that's come, right? So there's a keto diet that people are doing, there's an intermittent fasting, there is low carbs and protein and fats. So in looking at Ayurveda, right, how do Ayurveda take these?
Good question. So yes, Ayurveda takes it more individually as compared to any sort of standardized model for everybody. But it is an individualized discussion with Ayurveda. How is your digestion? What is your age? What is your state, lifestyle, your state of mind, your preferences, avoidances. For example, there could be some religious exclusions. So there we have to tailor the food program individually according to the hunger, according to the appetite. So for example, with intermittent hunger, that is there in Ayurveda, that is that one should be hungry before eating to combust well, that especially the main meal of the day with 6 tastes, the luncheon meal, taken somewhere at the greatest hunger. It could be 11, it could be 2, maybe even 3. But then the person remains active after the food. They don't, think about slumber. It's so that too, we have to see timing of the food as well as what to abstain from. So the fasting, there are different types of fasting in Ayurveda. For example, a person can fast just on water, just on juices, just on khichdi, mono diet, khichdi, which is lentils and rice, any lentil, especially moong dal, and any rice, especially red rice or wild rice, then according to the spices. So it is the spices that are going to set the digestion back properly. So any fasting is to abstention from certain things, would be to do cleansing. So when we look at the tongue in the morning, if it has a coating, then definitely appetite is unreliable. It's covered. It's not a clear statement of, am I hungry? So that too we have to think about is the emotional. Person may feel after dinner, 8 o'clock, may feel hungry, but it may be emotional hunger. So food is not the answer. Emotional medicine is needed. Food is a different discussion. That's a nutritional discussion. What are the needs of the tissues for the 5 elements to remain in balance for that individual, according to your prakriti, the vata, pitta, kapha, and the vikruti, also perhaps imbalance of vata, pitta, or kapha. So the agni can be sama, balanced, optimal, ideal, helping with normal sleep, normal cognition, normal buoyancy of mood, and normal elimination. So all functions are normal. Happiness, contentment is there. Usefulness is there. And the absence of that balanced Agni may manifest as one of 3. Vishamagni, more vata, the irregular appetite, which we see. So with intermittent fasting, we have to be careful that we're creating a regularity within that intermittence. In other words, it should not become irregular, as Vishamagni is an irregularity in itself. So regularity, in other words, we may eat less, much less as time goes on, but in fact, does each person need to eat every day? That's one thing too, another kind of fasting. Should we just skip a day? Maybe you're not at your optimal, maybe immunity needs a rest, a deeper rest. There's different reasons for fasting according to the person. So Vata person generally is not suited to fasting. Too much space, too much emptiness. So they may get constipated or have irregular sleep. Pitta person may fast, say, up to 3 days, and Kapha person maybe up to 5 days. Now, on what? It depends. It depends according to the individual dosha. So we have to create that program uniquely for them, whether it's food-based, juice-based, water-based, because water can be steeped with various seeds or substances, leaves, that enhance the cleansing process so that it's optimizing the digestion and not stressing the digestion.
Mhm. Yes, I have noticed in myself doing intermittent fasting that I noticed I would space out a lot. Or if it's long term, that I would try to just get more spaced out and blank. So personal experience on that.
So that would be Vishamagni. Now the Tikshna Agni, more Pitta related, that's when the person gets ravenous. I call it feed me now or I'll kill you.
Right.
Right. In other words, I'm not taking responsibility, right? I want somebody else to be responsible. And further, it's very predictable. The person grows hungry gradually.
Mhm.
So yes, naturally they need to coincide their greatest hunger with their greatest food intake, with that balance of 6 tastes for them as a person. So each meal would have sweet, sour, salty. These are the anabolic tastes. Then there would be bitter, pungent, and astringent, which are the catabolic and metabolic tastes.
Mhm.
So they have to be there for excellent combustion, clean tongue in the morning, plenty of space between food and sleep.
Right. At least few hours of, if someone's sleeping at 9, they should have their dinner by 7 o'clock. That's the ideal, right?
Well, they should have a space suited to them,
Yes.
maybe longer. If they're Manda Agni, the slow Agni due to Kapha,
Yeah.
too much food, too late, too heavy, too emotionally informed, uh, you know, these are best addressed with fasting. Absence of food, waiting until sipping the hot water until the appetite is robust, which it will be within a day, 2 days, 3 days,
Right.
any odd number of days.
Yes. So even like how there are, many people now going more like vegan, right? So there is this raw food diet, which is just on raw food or raw smoothies. Now, how does Ayurveda take that? Because, for example, if someone is Vata in their constitution and they are doing these raw salads and just raw, like these smoothies, like, will it not imbalance them in that manner? Or
Question. It depends. Again, it depends on where's their starting point. If already irregularity and dryness is part of the imbalance, then the raw foods, which are cold, dry, and difficult to digest, they can be taken in season, depending on the capacity, the metabolic capacity. So if you can digest them, they don't come out undigested in the bowel movement, in the elimination. If they're undigested food particles, then we know your Agni, your enzyme system, is not doing well with it. So otherwise, if stool is beautifully colored, formed, timed, no pain, no strain, no attachment to the bowl, when everything's normal, optimal timing, first thing on rising, no pain or strain, then the person feels happy, healthy, all functions are possible to remain in balance. But if there's, for example, Tichna Agni, too much wrong combinations of food, too much hot, spicy food, too much wrong food for the pitta constitution. Maybe they're eating bananas, tomatoes, beef, onions, mushrooms, and these will be allergens to them. They're not digestible to them. So mind and body may be fighting. So that conflict results in pitta type of ama, yellow coating on the tongue, yellowish, perhaps greenish, bilious type as well. Then Manda Agni, the slow digestion, that's the one that responds well. Maybe the person won't eat that day. If not hungry, they may eat light, little fruit, something, just so that they're building a really robust appetite.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jaisri, for joining us today. And thank you for answering with your such a wonderful knowledge. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye for now.